have people told you so far about job hunting or types of work options? Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, to be truthful, so that's why I came. When I was in school, I thought, I'm going to start my own business, I'm going to work in people's homes, to people who can't get out, I'm going to go to rest homes, I'm going to do all these things. I actually got offered one job right away, and I was surprised, and I think it was because I looked like this, I was very formal, I had my resume, I had my list of references, I had my visual portfolio, and I sat like this, and I listened. You know, if you look and they hired me like that. That was it. Or they would have. It was going to be commission-based. You'd want to try to get 50%. That's about the best you're going to do, probably. If you're lucky, you might get more than 50%, but anywhere between 40 and 60 is pretty good. I've been offered 50 twice, which is not a bad way to start because you're not losing any money. You come to the work every day and you hope to get walk-ins, and of course you're talking it up. You're trying to get people that you know, this is where I work now, come check it out. You have to hustle, basically. And I was offered a job not too far from my house, and I was going to take it, and then I looked at their list of services and I thought, oh, I haven't done that yet. And I looked at another service and I thought, oh, I've only done that once. You know, and I thought, well, maybe I'm not ready, because you're not going to be an assistant. You're it. Nobody's going to be holding your hand. You're all of a sudden, you're a stylist. Ba-bam. Okay, so I decided, well, I better wait on that. So you might want to give yourself an option. They say, when can you start? Don't tell them tomorrow if you don't think you're ready. The only thing about commission is if you don't have any customers, you don't make any money, and you're going to be there a lot of hours. They're good because they want stylists sitting in their salon. They don't want you to show up when you think you have a customer. You're going to be there. I got offered another commission job in Beverly Hills. The story is I thought it was an assisting position, and I thought, perfect, that's what I want. I want to be an assistant, right? Because that's ideally when you first get out of school, you want to feel comfortable and just learn more things, and that's what I wanted. I thought it was an assisting job. I'm like, awesome, I'm going to go down to Beverly Hills, I'm going to get an assisting job. My husband gave me the lead, so I called the lady, went down there, and it turned out to be, I need a business partner. And I'm thinking, that's not what I thought I was coming in for. That's not even close. So I talked to her, and I listened to her, and she made it sound pretty good, because she had a cute little salon, she was a nice lady, it was only her and one other stylist, and then I would be the third. I thought, it's not bad, you know. And there's a lot of people, obviously Beverly Hills people have money. If I'm going to start going out and talking to people and trying to get them to come in, I already knew where I was going to go, because my husband works close to there. I'm like, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to hustle during lunchtime, that's when all the professionals are walking around. And then I went home and I thought, 10 to 7, 6 days a week, commuting to Beverly Hills, hustling, starting from zero. And I'm like, no, because I'm a mom. You have to think about that. A lot of you are single. You could probably swing it. If I was single, I would have definitely considered that. But I'm not. I'm married. I'm a mom, and I didn't want to be gone that much. I would basically never be home. But you never know. She's looking for somebody to be a business partner. You never know what you're going to run into when you go to an interview. You really don't. One of my bits of advice is maybe don't take it right on the spot and go yes, shake their hand, because you need time to think about it. Or at least I do. The Beverly Hills job, I almost took it. But I went home and I said, thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you soon. And I went home and processed it, and I'm like, she just wants me to help her build her business. That's what she wants me to do. I figure, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of process it and you go, oh, that's what she meant. And you go, is that what I want? I don't know. And I thought about it for a while, and I thought, no, it's not going to work. It's just not. Renting is a nice option. Renting, you get a lot of freedom. Part of pounding the pavement is you kind of find stuff out like that. There's you'll be a little bitty sign that says chair for rent. I wasn't even necessarily looking for that when I discovered that in a window. And I went, I'm going to go find out what the deal is. What do I know? I'm going to go find out. I talked to the owner, and she told me about it. And it's the average for a place in that part of the valley is $100 a week. So, which is not bad, really. But if you don't have any customers yet, you know, you might be losing a little bit of money initially. But it's not a bad way to start if you are frustrated looking for work, or you just want to plain start and not think about it too hard. It's a good option. And when you're renting, you don't necessarily have to be there all the time, because you're already giving their salon money. You gave them $100 a week, so you're already good by them. They're renting because they need money, right? So, because I walked in and I asked her a few questions about how it works. First of all, you have to buy all your own products if you're renting, so that's kind of a thing to think about too. It's kind of negotiable. She said, what did she say, 100 or 125 a week? I forget what it was. And after she had showed me the salon and all that. And I said, okay, well, thank you very much. You know, I was going to walk out the door. She's like, oh, well, I can get it down to 100. And I'm like, oh, it's negotiable, all right. So just keep that in mind, it is negotiable. Because if you just, like I said, don't make your decision on the spot, because you have negotiating power. Counting pavement's pretty good, because you actually do discover things you're not going to discover otherwise. My husband had me go down to, I got advice to go down Ventura Boulevard. So I went down there and I looked at Yelp.com for reviews, blah, blah, blah. And I got like top 10 or top 20 reviews or whatever they were. And I wrote down the addresses. And I went down there and I walked with my resumes in my hand and met owners and said hi, and blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for assisting work. I gave out my resume and said thank you. But you kind of get a feel for the area. Does the salon have activity? Do they have a lot of clients? How is the atmosphere? Is the owner approachable? You know, you get information like that you wouldn't get otherwise by walking in. The other thing is, you can kind of tell if they're generally approachable or not, or if they make time for you. Some people will make time for you. That's a good location. Like that first interview I got where I got offered a job, I went in and asked about assisting work, and they said, well, we really don't have assisting work, but we have commission positions available. Would you like to set up an interview? And I said, okay, sure. And I thought, why not? You know, I got to start learning stuff at some point. So I went. But anyway, they were very nice. They said, well, I don't have anybody to talk to you right now. Do you mind waiting? If they offer you to sit and wait for somebody to talk to, take the opportunity. Wait, observe what's going on in the salon. Okay, how's the interactions of the people? What's the atmosphere like? You know, you're sitting there, you might as well figure it out, right? So, but anyway, if they tell you to sit and wait for someone to come talk to you, sit down, wait for someone to come talk to you. You're going to find something out. They may even offer you something. You don't know. Anyway, just kind of be open, because you never really know what situation you're walking into at any point in time. You really don't. You really have no idea. You know, Supercuts, Fantastic Sam's, Great Clips, see those places that they'll give you $8 an hour plus tips. Those you can just apply online. Great Clips will hire you. They will. Supercuts, I was surprised. They're like, oh, well, we want people with experience already. But you probably want to try them anyway, because they have lots of positions open. They're a huge franchise, so they might have a lot of positions open anyway. You might want, they call you like that too. So it's worth a shot. I got an assisting job for Saturdays only in Chatsworth through a contact. And the other thing I got going is also part-time. Got from Miss Nazelli. I called Mrs. Nazelli. I said, Miss Nazelli, I feel like I'm getting nowhere. What am I gonna do? And she says, don't worry. Oh, I have a phone number for you. And it was the beauty bus. Did they come here?
They are going to come.
Oh, they are coming. Okay.
Inviting May.
Okay. The beauty bus is an organization that goes to people's homes that are gravely ill. They can't get out of their homes, and so they go into their house and they do a service for that person, and maybe even their caretaker too. So I'm going to be doing that. And that's a nice part-time thing. It's a job-by-job basis.
What did you put on your resume as far as experience? Because you know when you get out of beauty school, you don't.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I did put some stuff down from being in school, like what kind of clients you serve, communication skills, conducted client consultations and color consults, worked as assistant to other stylists, and I helped other people, you know, served limited English proficient customers, served clients with limited mobility, elderly clients. I mean, you know, well, that's something else. That's from teaching. My resume is actually pretty weird because I used to be a teacher. But I have a combination of things on there. That's what I put that applied to beauty school. My advice for people who are just starting on the floor is take customers as often as possible. That's what I did. That's the only way you're going to build confidence, the only way you're going to get experience. Just take customers, take customers, take customers. If you think you're starting your own business, make sure you go to Barber Cosmo. I had some major disappointments. I really thought I was going to start my own business. But you can't work in people's homes unless some establishment sends you out. You can't have a home salon unless you're zoned for it. So that was a big disappointment too. I thought I would like, oh well, I'll just have my own home salon. No, depends on where you are. You have to find out. The other way you could go to people's homes is a mobile unit, but there's of course regulations for that too. You have to look it up and see how do you build it, how do you get it licensed, that kind of thing.
So it sounds like you stayed pretty positive after you graduated, looking for jobs. Do you have anything that you did just to keep yourself positive and not give up like right away?
I think I've gotten tough over time. You kind of have to be, and you go, well, okay, and you go, and I told my husband, because I had some days where I'm like, I don't want, because job hunting, frankly, it's not fun. It's just not. It's hard. It's hard on you personally, job hunting. It just is. Because if because like I said, I had major disappointments. I thought I was going to start my own business. I had like 4 ideas for a business. All of them went just from looking at Barber Cosmo. And I'm like, great, now what? So I thought, well, I'm going to find something. I know I am. Because you have all these options, renting, commission, and I found 2 part-time things. And the whole time that I was looking for work, I was working on friends and family on a regular basis. And I still am. So I got friends and family, the beauty bus thing, and then the Saturday job, which is perfect for me because I'm a mom and I don't want to be gone too much. If you're single, you got even more options. But, it depends on what kind of schedule you want to have. Make sure you ask about the schedule and compensation when you're interviewing, if you can, because you don't want any nasty surprises.
True, I had surprises. I went to work for one salon, which was fantastic Sims. And then they told me the schedule. It was pretty decent schedule. And then suddenly they were sending me to another location, back, from the middle of the day, yeah. And the schedule starts changing every week. So you want to put your foot down and say, those are the hours I want to work.
Yeah.
And that's it. And this is the location I want to work.
That's true, yeah. If you can make yourself clear, make sure you'll kind of, the only good thing about all of this job hunting, even if you get disappointed, is that you learn something. You're going, okay, well this is not what I want. What do I want? And you kind of refine it as you go. So that's a way to stay positive too. You're not just getting rejected, you're refining your search. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're getting a clearer idea of what's going to work for you and what you're looking for. These are some of the places I kept cards. If I went into a place, I snagged a card and kept them in case I wanted to call them back.
What questions were you asked?
For in the interview? Oh, that's a good question too. They ask where you went to school. They ask which services you're good at, or they'll do the opposite way. How do you feel about such and such a service? Are you good at color? Are you good at haircuts? You're probably going to be asked to demonstrate a haircut for a lot of places. I was. So make sure you get up on that.
There's a question. What do you think you're going to bring to our salon? What would be your benefit? What did you answer to that?
I didn't get that question. But if I did, I would say I'm very good with people. I am on time, I'm reliable, and I will help anybody that needs help. You know, I'm a people person. You want me to be a receptionist? No problem, I'll do that too. I'll throw it in there. You know, but you know, just some of the smaller places, you will be both. If you're in a small place, you will be the receptionist and the stylist at the same time. So, you know, don't be worried about that, but, you know, just kind of be aware that they might ask you to do that. I've heard Aveda does free color classes. I haven't looked into it, but sometimes you can find stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you take classes when you were here?
I did. I took a blow dry class, and I took the Altieri haircutting class. That was good. I liked that. That one was cool. I learned a few things. I did search for stuff online, but besides the major franchises, I didn't get any real leads from online.
So you find that going to salons and being personable rather than doing applications online is better?
Yes, I do. Don't be afraid to talk to owners. Really, don't. Just walk in, say hi, you know, just look nice, say hi, how are you, be genuine, look in their eyes.
Do you ask for the manager or the owner?
The owner. A lot of the times you'll have, the owner is also a stylist, so they'll be there, but not always. Sometimes the owner will only be there a couple of days a week, so they'll say, oh, well, come back on Tuesday when they're here, or, you know, call back, and, you know, you go back. And, you know, if they might be willing to meet with you, they might not, because they really don't have anything currently. But either way, it's just kind of good practice to get accustomed to talking to the owners and getting used to talking to people who are in charge. And it's kind of a nice business that way, that people are pretty personable generally. It's not hard.
Do you just walk into different salons and then introduce yourself, or would you call ahead and ask about job positions, or how do you do it?
Well, when I was just checking places out, I just walked in.
So you just walk in and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'd
and
say,
"Is
you know,
there
I'm
anything-"
looking for assisting work. I don't know if you have anything available. That was really more of getting a feel for places. I didn't actually get a lead that way. So I don't know if that's the best, but you kind of get an idea how things go.
And when you walk in, do you have to have things with you, like your resume and everything already?
I always did, yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
want to have...
because they'll, even if they don't have anything, they'll say you leave your resume. I walked in with this, I just, you know, handed them one. Sometimes they want your card too.
Another question. With the classes, the 2 extra classes that you said you took, aside from the training that you get from here, do you feel prepared to go out and work? Or you feel you needed more training?
Oh, actually, you might want to look at lists of services from different salons. Some of them will have a brochure, they'll have an online list of their services. And you can kind of get a feel for what you haven't practiced or what you haven't done. Okay, well, thanks for your time and listening. Hopefully that was helpful to you.